Well, Egypt is still a much divided nation. There's a proposed new constitution out there at the center of a showdown between its judges and the Islamist members of the government, who are all allies of the president, who's gone off the rails, as you know. At issue is how power will be divided in Egypt, less than 2 years after the revolution that ended decades of dictatorship. Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano was here. You know, the best way to describe what Mohamed Morsi did was he came in basically and tried to make himself a dictator.
He did. He did. He came in initially as the man of the people, as the first popularly elected chief executive of Egypt in its 3,000-year history. And within a year of being in office, he said, the courts can't overrule me, and nobody can sue me, and nobody can second-guess me, and whatever I say is the law. And it caused a lot of disturbance even among his own people. While he was doing that, he got the legislature, which was also elected with him, to write a new constitution without any debate, without any input, and against the rules of the present Constitution, and he's just putting it out there for the public to vote on. Why are the judges so upset? Well, the Egyptian system of judges is very similar to ours and to the British system. Judges can say to the government, that's unconstitutional, you can't do it. Not so in the Islamic world, which is what this new constitution will have. Their goal and object and oath will be fidelity to Sharia law, not to the Western law of individual rights and divided powers as we understand it. Well, that's the problem right now.
Egypt is arguably the most powerful because of its sheer numbers, 80 million people in Egypt. In that region, they're overseeing so much of what's happening in that region, including the peace treaty of sorts between Hamas and the Palestinians and the Israeli government. If Egypt is in that sort of turmoil, the world is a shakier place.
Well, that's the problem that rests at the feet of the United States, because they understand, Obama administration understands exactly what you said. They need stability in Egypt. They don't necessarily need a dictator replacing another dictator, which is basically what Mohamed Morsi will have done, a secular dictator whose tyranny is not based on a religious order versus a religious dictator whose tyranny is based on one religion. And if you're not in that religion, or if you're in that religion and you don't want to follow it, you can't live your life the way you want. It'd be very, very serious if he goes through with this constitution. Their constitution, the one he's proposing, will look a lot like Iran's if it's passed, in which the real power resides in the religious dictates that are issued by the head of the Islamic religion in the country.
Well, the moderates and others have walked out of all these discussions. They're like, you're just going to railroad this through. We're not even going to sit here and watch.
I think the judges are going to invalidate it, and you're going to see more riots in the streets.
Man alive. They've been through a lot, Judge.
They have.
Thank you.
Pleasure.